That's the book. That's the book that I want you to buy for all your friends. Only $1 each. I'll pay for the book. You pay for. Help me on my shipping and handling. It's book 248, the 2-Minute Wisdom book. I want you to write a book. It's important. The greatest friendships of my life came through my books. A book can go where you can't go. Your book is your presence while you're asleep. Or you're at work every day, your book is talking. I had a sad experience in Singapore. It's a gorgeous country, very unique. You can't have any chewing gum there. You can't throw it on the street. It's quite a different country. But I had a sad experience. When I got back to Los Angeles, where I was living, I had about 1,000 letters from partners. And a letter is real big to me for some reason. When I write a letter, it's serious. I've spent 8 hours writing one letter to my partners. I'm real serious about my words. I was 35 years old. I had just been memorizing the New Testament under Jerry Lucas, 4.5 hours a day, directly under his mentorship. After about 5 or 6 letters, I started crying. And I said, there's no way. There's no way I can answer. One lady's husband had run off with a young girl. Another lady's husband wouldn't pay her child support. And I have a very troubling reaction to people who hurt. I'm very, very moved by it. I'm having to watch myself these days because I can't handle a lot of heartache with people. It affects me. I started crying. I thought, how can I write all these people answers? Oh, let me put together a book. And I went through my newsletters to my partners and I cut out my articles. 10 lies many people believe about money and things like that. And I made a book. That book connected me with Bishop Matthew Ashimolowo of London, England, 10,000 church members. He connected me to Bishop David Oyedepo, 300,000 church members. My books connected me to Pastor David Ibiomi, Port Harcourt. Pastor Bioden Farayembo in Abuja, Nigeria, one of the best friends God ever brought me. What a man. B-I-O-D-U-N, Bioden Farayembo. If you ever get a chance, he started a collection of churches called COZA, C-O-Z-A. He held up his book and said, everything you see, all these thousands of people here, family, is because of Mike's book, Dream Seeds. What would you attempt to do if you knew you couldn't fail? Talk your book. Handwriting, and I have a black notebook with black ink that I use, and I change colors in it. Has a different impact for me. Others I dictate on Dragon Anywhere, the app. By the way, it's worth $150 a year. That's $3 a week. and it's 90% accurate when you dictate. Dragon Anywhere is the name of the app. Dragon Anywhere. Never be, never, never, never be without a notebook in your hand. Never. Go to Barnes & Noble, find my dogs. Find the kind of notebook that you love to carry, the size you love to carry, the color you love to carry. God is going to use your mind like an airport, and He's going to fly in the greatest thoughts you've ever had. One thought is worth documenting. One. When God talks to you, He'll whisper something to you. In my next wisdom moment, I'm going to tell you about a flow of money that came through one thought. One thought. I'll tell you about it in a moment. My next wisdom moment. I want you to write your book. Norman Vincent Peale, who wrote The Power of Positive Thinking, I think it was, Elvis Presley's favorite book. He outlined his books on planes while he was writing. Here's some suggested titles. 7 things I hope my children remember. If I could start my life over again. 5 things I love about God. 3 prayers I pray for my family every day. I would make it a 32-page book. I don't have time to explain why. But a 32-page book, 5 by 8, is one big sheet of paper on a printing press. You don't have to print 5,000 books. You can print 2 books. I would start off with 12 books. Make 12 for every member of your family. Dictate them. Talk your book. It's easier. Write 5 things about your life. My favorite people. My happiest moments. 3 things that agitate me. 7 facts I hope my friends remember about me. Write about yourself. Write your equations. Your book stays in the life of your friends. Not everybody will like them. The first book I ever wrote, my number one hero in my life wrote me a 2-page criticism, tore me apart. I couldn't talk for over a week. I cried, wept. He was my hero in the ministry. Famous preacher. And he didn't like my book because I talked about money in it. He was living in a $1 million house. I was laying on the floor, but he didn't like my book. Don't worry about that. God didn't make you for everybody. Everybody don't even like God. And He's perfect. Why would they like you when you've got some flaws? This book is free. It's a 30-page book. 2-minute wisdom. This is the book is $2.48. 10 copies for $1 each. 10 copies for $10. I'm going to have Brother Isaiah on my staff to print these because we're going to downloads. I'm leaving paperback books in the coming months. It's too hard, too much shipping, cost me too much. But if you want this book for free, it's book $2.48. Love you. I've got one more. another moment with you.